wanted to not be stuck. I don't think I really tried this one, did I? This one's doable. Well, if I want to go up further. Don't immediately go for the inside, John. I have no clue. Clearly does that on purpose. Okay, I've got an idea. Push this. Oh, we can't. What I can do is this. I really want. It's probably more useful not like that though. Oh, hang on. There's a thing I can do. I can do that. What would that give me? It might be able to do something the other way around. Oh, you know what? Ooh, thank you. I'll take a look at that after I finish the stream. Oh, I think I know what to do. Well, I know there's a thing I can do. I don't know if it's what I'm supposed to do. So can I use that to get above? Let's have a look at the inside. Ah, okay. That's not going to be terribly useful for me, unfortunately. I see what I'm supposed to do, but I don't remember. I don't know how to get over there. I got to see a cat and a dog yesterday because I went to my friend's house to play board games. So that was fun. Because the last time I saw the dog, it was a pandemic, so I wasn't allowed to pet the dog. Which was torture. Potentially, I might try and get my own cat. I'm trying to move home. I mean, I've purchased a small cottage, but it's in the process. It's going to take like 100 days or some shit. So maybe one day I'll be able to have my own cat on the stream. It's a terrible idea, John. Not the cat. I mean, this idea I did here. Yeah, once I have the length, what it wants me to do is, yeah, it's teaching me. And it's a shame I probably didn't really want that insight, because that's not the bit I'm stuck on. I'm stuck on how to get over there, because you're too small at that point. But it seems like this is on purpose. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get... Maybe I'm... Have I forgotten how to get up? Because I clearly need to climb on top, then get all that stuff. I don't know how I do that either. Oh, okay. Got an idea. Okay, apart from doing that one. Oh, I didn't even consider that. That's neat, but it's not what I want to do. Just want that temporarily out of the way. But if I try and get that back, I'm going to be lost. Yes! My first home, hopefully. The cheapest place in Cornwall. I didn't think I'd ever get a physical building, but like, when I say cottage, I mean like not a thatched roof. I mean a very small house in a mining town. But hopefully I have indeed bought a cottage. Okay, no, because what I want to do is... I don't know what I want to do. Let's do that. That doesn't seem like it's right. Thank you. I haven't 100% got it yet, but it looks like it's happening. Yeah, it's taken me my entire goddamn life to get it. Well, if I can get it out. Ooh, hang on. I think I might be overthinking this. Once it's there, then get... No, we've had it out already. We just have a problem moving along because it's... Nah, it's just red roof. Well, I haven't... Like, nothing's been signed. The last thing that happened... I don't understand how the process works, to be honest. But it looked like all the surveys and stuff seem to have come back good. I keep having to sign stuff. I've given 500 quid to about 6 dickheads. But, that's just red roof. What am I doing? I think my solicitors are actually doing their job. But I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, we do that. How do I do this? Because I can go like up forever. I'm facing the wrong direction. If I do, I'm too short. Okay, I've got an idea. Okay, not that. Oh, we do kind of need to push it. That's to get that. I mean, it's just because every so often somebody goes, right, now this guy needs money for reasons, and you're probably going to want to give this person some money. I'm like, okay, just keep giving people money then. What? I mean, I'm doing better than Microsoft is, because they just gave money for not a mortgage but buying company, sort of the same thing. And they just lost like 3 billion or something because UK said no, you can't buy Activision Blizzard, it's too big. So hopefully that won't happen to me. But I'm not trying to buy Activision Blizzard. I'd have to save up for a couple of million of years, I think, to be able to afford that. But yeah, I was looking for like 6 months because I needed something that I could get to work. But I managed to find a main road so that people can put 2 days a week. People can, if I have friends that might be able to drive me to work, as long as they're going to work that day. 1 day a week I'll have to take a train, and I can cycle to the train. It's not very far at all. So I've gotten lucky on that front. The front room is long enough that I can have my setup and my setup. I've got a spare bedroom that I could have that's going to become the board game room. I inexplicably have a random extra room that's before the bathroom that might become a cat room, unless my dad forces me to do so. He's not going to force me to do anything, but unless my dad convinces me to. He wants me to extend the bathroom, and I don't understand why. It's got a bath, it's got a toilet in. That's the only thing I require of a bathroom. But if he can find an excuse to knock down a wall or two. And it's got like a random extra yard that I could, if I ever had money, extend the building. The only thing that's bad of it is because it was clearly it's a cottage, but it was clearly like bigger once, and somebody's cut it in half or something. So now there's these wooden steps in the kitchen. So the kitchen's like a line, and I can't fit anything in there. So, but like, I don't know if I need to fit anything in the kitchen, because it turns out the only thing I'd really want is like a dishwasher, and it turns out you can buy mini dishwashers. Oh, actually, what happens if I... You come here. What happens if I do that? Nothing happens. Oh yeah, I forget you can name houses. Oh, there is another thing. A slice is cut out of my house. So there's a lane to my backyard, but the neighbour has the right of use, which is like a weird archaic thing that sometimes happens to UK's houses, because they're for like 100 years ago. And like, I don't necessarily mind, but it is clearly slicing a bit out of my front room. And like, that's good because I can put my oh, there's a random wood stone stead in the backyard as well. I can keep my bike in, but like, they put their rubbish out in front of the thing. It's like, no, but like, yeah, I spent the reason why I can afford it is that it's going to need new windows, it's going to need carpeting, it's clearly It was built like hundreds of years ago. It's older than America. It's not older than America, but it's Red Roof mining town. It's the heating that is storage heating, which means the heating's from like the 80s at the very least, because so I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of stuff, which yeah, a bloody Gilgamesh is lived there. But I can potentially afford. I can afford this stuff. I've been saving up for a while. Basically, at my job, yeah, an actual fixer-upper, which is good because I'm improving the cost of the place. But like, I'm not a fucking investment firm. I don't give a shit about the actual how much it's worth after I move in. As long as I just wanted somewhere that was a normal place. And for anyone in the UK, that's really difficult. Oh, I see. I didn't even consider how old Greece is. That's why I went with Gilgamesh, because it was. I think there's a website that's like older than dirt, older than Gilgamesh, like. Okay, I'm stuck on this. We're getting to the point where I may have to stop playing this game. No, I'm gonna go back. That's doable. But yeah, like, at my price range, it's all flats, and it's all small flats. And the problem is, like, right now I'm in Truro, because that's where all the jobs are, but there are no flats in Truro because they go to retirees. It's really annoying. Because when I started looking for a home, I had to learn all of this. Also, it actually is, it probably is older than Greece then. I didn't even consider. I don't know how old stone buildings are in the UK, but like, I mean, the schools, I'm trying to think, they have signs that say very smaller numbers. I'm pretty sure it's at least 100 years old though. As long as the electricity, the wiring isn't 100 years old, and I think that's something I've actually checked. Because I had to give somebody 350 quid to do surveying. But yeah, so I needed the nearest town to have anywhere available. But as I said, I wasn't expecting somewhere with 2 floors. Yeah. I don't think it's quite that old. And there's some rickety stairs that aren't going to be great for my knees, but yeah, hopefully, because over the pandemic I had this thing where I couldn't sleep because of vibrating, because I'm underground right now, and I could never prove if it was a real thing or whether it was in my head. So I'm going to find out the results of that as soon as I try and sleep in a new location. Luckily, and when I say I couldn't sleep, physically, like, shaken awake, to the point that when I was working from home because of the pandemic, I would finish work and sleep then, because the vibrations were less during the day, and that was a nightmare. I'm glad it's not so bad nowadays. I can still feel it sometimes, but it's never like enough to wake me up. Actually, sometimes it still shakes around my brain, and I have to move because I think that doesn't seem like a good idea. Yeah, it won't turn. It needs to push because... Hang on, why doesn't that cut me? Oh, because it doesn't really go through. That's interesting. You can do that. Ah, okay, figured out. You fool, John. You fool. You know what? The anecdote helped there, didn't it? Let's do that. Oh, it's got to be fully down. No. I thought I had it. How do I do this? If I do that, how would that work, John? I don't think you've made any real difference there, John. I can get it to go that way, but... What did I think I was going to get out of that? There's no line, John. I don't know why you thought that would work. Oh, so excited for that to work as well. I think I know what the game wants of me, but I just don't know how to do it. It wants me to get up the top somehow. You know what? I've been a fool. Bring that back. You. I want you. There's some pellets. You be upright. Now I have pellets. What are we going to do with pellets? If we don't want to break it. We're only going to need one pellet, but I don't know how to move it to the correct place. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. No. Wrong place, John. You ate the wrong one. Crap. If I go there... How do I set it up so it goes correctly? Where was it initially? There, but it requires that. Okay, I basically want to do that. So I want to start there. So we actually want that one. But I can't do that because I'd have to step in the position. No, I don't. What are you talking about? Ah, well, he goes towards that gap, but I forgot about that. Why did I do that? Because I could do this. We just need... Yeah, that's really annoying because that's not the place I want it. I can't push them into a different place. Because yeah, if I... That's... We don't want to break it, which means we have to get it. That's why I wanted to push it out. But I don't think it's possible to push it out. It's only possible to push in. Okay, no, it might be possible to push out if I do that, and then there's no way of getting that back in. Unless I do that. then let's get this out. Is this stuck forever if I do that? Yeah, it is. It's a bad idea to do that. There is no way to move them left if I do that. I might be able to do it. Why would I be able to do it like that? You know what? I'm overthinking this. I think. No, if I push in any direction other than up. No, I think I am overthinking this. Yeah, sorry, I spent a really long time doing something I didn't really need to do. So I need to be 3x4. Don't restart, John. 3x4. So I need to L. That's fine. We do need this all the way to the left. Oh, actually, that's it. Pretty easy to do. Once I have the extra length. Okay. So we could do with it being one left. It doesn't have to be that way around. So if we... it's pellet inside. That's fine. I think that'll do it. I think we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, let's figure out the general shape I need it to be. Okay, you need to go towards it. You need to go somehow go to... They need to be standing next to each other. And you need to go towards them. So like that. You need to go towards, and then you go, like... Probably you want to go towards this way. And then obviously your only option is to go away. And then you... Okay, I might not have the same amount of room. I definitely do have the same amount of room. You want to end... So you want to go towards, away, then round. Beautiful. Dagnammit. Okay, almost there. Yeah, it's definitely not Neolithic. Sorry, I didn't see that comment. I need to do this upside down. So exactly the same, but this actually genuinely does need to be above and not below. There we go. We have finally... This one took ages, but I got there. Delicious worm juice.